And then we got our final story, man, our final coverage. Shout out to Paul Pierce. Speaking of SGA, man, we got to get into SGA and his new contract, man. Oh my God. SGA has quite literally had probably one of the best years in basketball that I can remember in some time, man. Like SGA has literally done everything there is to do in basketball this season, get every personal accomplishment there is to get in basketball. Again, he obviously won the championship. He was NBA Finals MVP. OKC had the best record in the NBA. They had an all-time defensive season. Statistically, they're one of the best defenses in NBA history. He won Western Conference Finals MVP, NBA MVP, and he also won the scoring title as well, too. So to wrap all that off with the NBA championship, to give us, a solid Game 7 as well, too, is nothing short of amazing with SGA. But we're going to get into his contract. So he just signed a max extension. And the interesting part about the max extension that SGA signed is that he actually could have signed a bigger extension than the one he signed here. You could have actually waited a year and signed a 5-year max extension next year. But instead, he opted to sign a 4-year extension. So we're going to break this down right here. So Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's massive new contract will almost earn $1 million per game in 2030. So they're breaking down the 2031. Let's go ahead to this one here. Yeah, so SGA signed a 4-year, $285 million extension with the Thunder following this season, which put him in the NBA history books. SGA is set to earn $78.8 million in the final season of his extension. Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. This guy's about to earn $78.8 million in the final year of his contract, bro. What the? Earning 78. I don't even care if you consider taxes. And bro, he doesn't even have an agent fee. This guy fired his agent right before he signed this contract, so he doesn't even have an agent fee. But this is what I'm telling you, bro. This that Canadian education. This man is smart. Right before he knew he was about to sign that max contract extension, he got rid of his agent, because why would you give the 5%, 7% agent fee to some dude when you've already done all the work? Like, what does he need to do? Help you sign the 200? You already know you're going to get the max deal. Why do you need the agent for? You literally don't need the agent at all. So SGA saved himself some money there. And if you think about it, let's do the math. $285 million. And let's be conservative. Let's say times 0.07. 19, bruh. So this guy firing his agent before he signed the contract, he saved himself $19 million. I'm gonna say that one more time. SGA firing his manager or his agent before he signed his max extension, which is the smart thing to do, saved himself $19 million, bruh. That is absolutely insane. And think about it too. This is just his first max extension. If he continues to play like this, obviously barring injury, anything like that, he's going to continue. He's going to have another max extension to sign in 2030. That's going to be even bigger than this one. Anywho, let's get back into this. So we signed a 4-year, $285 million contract with the Thunder this season. And over 4 years, he's going to earn an average of $71 million per year. Oh my God. So this goes back to what I was telling y'all before, is that we're going to get to the point in the NBA eventually, whether it's in 2030 or 2040, whenever I think it will be not after this new CBA, but after the second or third collective bargaining agreement, we're going to get to a point, we're going to see in our lifetime, an NBA player make over $100 million per year before taxes, which is crazy. And we're already getting close, because SGA is making $71 million per year. So let's break it down further. So he's making $5.94 million per month, $1.48 million per game, per week, $286K per game, $212,000 per day, bruh, $8K, almost $9K per hour, $142 per minute, $2.45 per second. Bruh, that's absolutely crazy. So yeah, he, like they say, is going to be essentially breathing money. And so this is what I was talking about before. So SGA, he signed this 4-year contract, this 4-year max extension with the Oklahoma City Thunder, but he actually could have opted out, waited 1 more year, and he could have signed another max deal. So he could have signed this deal here, right here, and it would have been a 5-year, $379 million contract, which would have gave him a little bit higher money, I think, average. But I think he decided to be smart, sign the 4-year contract instead, the 4-year, $285 million contract. which gives OKC a little bit more room to move with signing extra players, paying other players on the team salary as well too, because eventually Jalen Williams is going to have to come up and he's going to have to sign a max contract. And then obviously Chet Holmgren at a certain point is going to have to sign a max contract as well too. And you guys, I think OKC is okay with going into the luxury tax, but I don't think they want to go into that second apron. And that's the thing right now, that the second apron is killing off a lot of teams. You see what happened with the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics got a new owner, and they pretty much had to either trade or poach off all their players essentially because they're hitting that second apron, and they don't want to continue to bleed money. And the NBA, they put a lot of stipulations on you when you're in that second apron now. After they essentially introduced it because of Golden State, when Golden State got KD, and they essentially wanted to penalize teams for being able to just pay as much money into the luxury tax and just build super teams. So they created the second apron. And since the NBA put that second apron into effect, there's been a different team every single year that's won the NBA championship. So at least at this point, you can say that the second apron has been working. The NBA is probably the most competitive it's ever been in its history. And, the last dynasty is and probably will be the Golden State Warriors. But OKC potentially could do this as well too if they're able to keep this team together. But yeah, so SGA, he decided to duck the 5-year $379 million, and he took the $284 million contract as well. So this season he averaged 31 points, 6 assists, 5.1 rebounds. This is over the past 3 seasons as well too. He pretty much averages, SGA is pretty much a lock for 30 points every single game. So yeah, this is absolutely crazy. So SGA is getting paid, bro. Again, a breakdown as well to this contract. $285 million per year. That's $71 million per year, bro. So, almost $6 million per month, $1.8 million per week. This guy's literally shitting money, bro. This guy's actually shitting money, bro. And again, SGA, he wraps up an all-time historic season with OKC. Obviously, they finished the right way. They finished with the NBA championship. He won the scoring title this year. He won the NBA MVP. He won NBA Finals MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP. So SGA is topping off a year, going the first ever quadruple, getting all the scoring title, NBA Finals MVP, as well as Western Conference Finals MVP, signing a new $285 million contract, becoming the highest paid NBA player on a per annum basis with $71 million per year. And to top that off, SGA is not even done, man. SGA is not even done. It got announced yesterday by Shams Charania that SGA is the NBA 2K26 cover athlete. So it wasn't enough just to be able to win every single important NBA title there is. He also had to top it off with becoming the NBA cover athlete. So SGA is the cover of the NBA 2K26 following its MVP and title winning season. The video game developer announced on Tuesday. So last season, the scoring chance and finals MVP will be featured on the game standard edition. This season, he averaged 32.7 points, 6.4 assists, and 5 rebounds per game, leading the Thunder to a best in the NBA 68-14 record. And the Thunder outscored teams by 12.9 points per game, which is the biggest margin in the league history. They beat the Indiana Pacers, obviously, in 7 games. And OKC also had statistically one of the best, if not the best, defensive regular season of all time in the NBA. So this is going to be back-to-back. So what? Last year, I believe it was Jason Tatum who covered the game, right? Yeah, Jason Tatum covered the last year after they won the championship. So it looks like right now, 2K, bro, essentially they're doing whoever wins the championship just becomes the title. Whoever wins the championship is going to be on the cover, essentially what it is. So last year they had Jason Tatum after they won the championship. Obviously, Jason Tatum didn't win NBA Finals MVP, but Jason Tatum is marketable enough, so they put him on the cover. I don't think they wanted Jaylen Brown on that. And then they actually revealed the cover. So this is the NBA 2K26 cover, and bruh, I gotta say, bro, this cover is weak as hell, man. This cover. Let me take a sip. This cover right here might be one of the weakest 2K covers I've ever seen in my life, bro. What this guy said? This guy, dude, SGA season wasn't even close to Luka 2023-2024 season. SGA gets more calls than anyone in history. Stop lying, glazing. bro. What are you talking about, Lamar Drain, bro? Did Luka win the championship, the NBA scoring title, NBA Finals MVP, NBA MVP, and Western Conference Finals MVP all in one season while wrapping up an NBA? Like, what are we talking about, bro? Like, I understand that some of you dudes like who you like, but you got to take a look at it, like objectively look at statistics and what's going on, bro. Luka, even though Luka is a phenomenal player, bro, when he brought his team, the Dallas Mavericks, to the finals, what did they do? They got blown out in 5 games by the Boston Celtics. So, like, what are we talking about? And I rock with Luka, bro. I'm not even trying to hate, but Luka has not done anything close to what SGA has done in this season. So, sorry, bro. Disagree. Absolutely disagree. But yeah, this is it right here. I believe that the NBA 2K, this NBA 2K cover right here, man, this is weak as hell, bro. This NBA 2K cover right here, this might be the weakest cover I've seen in a long time. It literally just looks like they just took an image off Getty Images and copy and pasted it and put it on the cover, bro. Like, and this is the issue that I have with 2K, and this is why I haven't bought one of the 2K games in a minute, bro. They do not put any effort into their games, bro. And this cover shows that, bro. Like, you literally didn't put any effort into the game at all. Like, and if the effort they put into the cover art is indicative of the actual game, you can tell that they didn't do shit, bro. They didn't do an actual thing. So this right here, bro, I probably will not be buying this game, but shout out to the SGA for covering this as well too. Then this is just another wrap up to an amazing season for them. This guy right here, this is lame or drain, bro. You were absolutely wilding, bro. You were absolutely wilding, bro. Don't be comparing a dude who had the first quadruple in NBA history, had one of the best record in the NBA, and then topped it off with the NBA championship to Luka Doncic, bro. Like, what are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about? Let's use some common sense right now.